Okay, so in this video, we'll be taking a look at Year 11 functions for the foundation tier, and it's from the White Rose Maths, website. Okay, this is appropriate for foundation tier GCSE 9 to 1 Maths for AQA, EdExcel and OCR. Okay, and it's fantastic revision for paper 3 maths for your upcoming exam on Monday the 13th of June 2022. Okay, and it's also appropriate for higher tier as well. Okay, so as ever guys, please feel free to obviously pause the video, try the questions yourselves, and then press play when you're ready. This is question number 1, guys. Work out the missing input and the output of the function machine. So first one, input is 11, I subtract 5, and I get 6. Okay, 11 take away 5 is 6. The second one is doing 4 plus 5, which is 9. Okay, because 9 take away 5 is 4. So if we're going in this direction, we're going to be adding 5. Okay, we are doing the reverse process. Okay, the opposite of subtracting 5 is to add 5. Question number 2, guys. Substitute m equals 8 into each expression. Well, 2 lots of 8, okay, subtract 1, well, 2 times 8 is 16, take away the 1, and I get 15, guys. Okay, next question, subbing in m equals 8, I get 35 divided by 13 minus 8. Well, 13 subtract 8 is 5. So I get 35 divided by 5, which is equal to 7. Okay. Oops. Let's make that a bit smaller. Oops. Okay. 7. Next part, 2m squared. Well, it's 2 lots of 8 squared. So I do 8 squared first, or 8 to the power of 2. 8 squared just means 8 times 8. So 8 times 8 is 64. Times it by 2, so doubling it, I get 128. Okay. This is question number 3, guys. Here is a function machine. What is the output when the input is 4? So I'm going to have 4 here. So 4 plus 2 is 6. Times by 6 is 36. So when the input is 4, the output is 36. Okay. Let's just make that a bit smaller. Next one, what is the input when the output is 0? So it's working backwards now. I do 0 divided by 6, which is 0. I'm going to subtract 2 and I get negative 2. So I get minus 2. Next question, next part of this question, which expression shows the output when the input is A? So I'm going to do A plus 2 and then times by 6. So it's going to be this one here. Okay, I do A plus 2, so the brackets first and then times it by 6. Okay, so I'll put the 6 outside the bracket, okay, because it's been times by 6. Okay, question number 4. A function is given by f of x is equal to x subtract 11. Work out f of 17. Well, it's 17 take away 11, which is 6, guys. Okay, it's subbing in, so f of 17 means 17 take away the 11, which is equal to 6. Next part, f of 4 is 4 take away the 11, okay, which is negative 7. This is question number 5. Complete the table of values for y is equal to x squared minus 2x minus 1. When x is 0, I get 0 squared, which is 0. Take away 2 lots of 0, which is going to be 0, and then subtract the 1, and I get negative 1. When x is 2, I get 2 squared, which is 4. Take away 2 lots of 2, which is 4. So 4 take away 4 is 0. Take away the 1 is negative 1 again. Okay, when x is equal to 3, I get 3 squared, which is 9. Take away 2 times 3, or 2 lots of 3. 9 take away 6 is 3. Take away the 1 is going to be 2. Okay, next one, negative 1 squared is 1. Add 2, and then take away 1. Okay, so the answer is just 2. Okay, 1 add 2 is 3, and then take away the 1 is going to be 2. Okay, now plotting our quadratic curve. Okay, so minus 1, 2, so it's going to go there. Okay, 0, negative 1, 1, negative 2, 2, negative 1, and 3, 2. Okay, so it's a smooth line with your pencil going through all these points without taking your pen off. Now, I am aware that I'm doing this actually, but I'm doing it on a screen, which is obviously a bit trickier. But it should look something like that, okay? It is a U-shaped, okay, which is the shape of a quadratic curve. Next part, write down the coordinates of the turning point. Y equals x squared minus 2x minus 1. Well, it's 1 minus 2, okay? Okay, and you can check that by completing the square. So completing the square is for higher tier, but if you're doing the higher tier, you are able to check your answer by completing the square. Okay, question number 6. Given that h of x equals 28 divided by x, solve h of x equals 7. Well, 7 is equal to 28 divided by x. So 28 divided by something is equal to 7. X is equal to 4. Okay, because 28 divided by 4 is 7. Okay, what you can do here is times both sides by x and then divide by 7. So I get 7x is equal to 28. Okay. So 7x is equal to 28. Divide both sides by 7. Okay. And I get x is equal to 4. Okay, this is question number 7, guys. Work out the size angle marked D. So it's using trigonometry because it's a right angle triangle. That's the opposite. That's the adjacent based on angle D. So we're going to be using tan. So tan of D is equal to the opposite, which is 21 divided by 15. Okay, so to work out what D is, I do the inverse tan. So D is equal to tan inverse, or tan to the minus 1, or arctan. Okay, so tan inverse, okay, 21 divided by 15, okay, which we can do on our calculator, okay? So it's using the shift and then the tan button on your calculator. So you press shift, okay, then you press tan, okay, oops, okay, 21 divided by 15, and the answer I get is 54.46 degrees, okay, to 2 decimal places, okay, or I don't mind doing it to 3 sig figs, okay, either way is fine, but I thought I'd put the 2DP answer. Okay, but examiners will be very clear, okay, and tell you what to round to, whether it's 2DP or 3 significant figures, okay, either way is fine, okay. Next question, work out the length of QR. Well, QR is this one, so I'm going to label that as X. Okay, that's my opposite. Okay, and that's my hypotenuse. So I'm going to be using sine from SOHCAHTOA. Okay, so sine of my angle, sine of 18, is equal to the opposite, which is X, divided by 4.3. Okay, timesing both sides by 4.3, then I get 4.3 sine of 18, okay, or sin 18, gives you what X is, okay, which is the length QR. Again, I'll probably round my answer to 2dp, okay, but you're welcome to round it to 3 significant figures, okay, or 3 sig figs. Okay, 4.3 times sine of 18, close the brackets, okay, and I get the answer of 1.33 centimeters to 2 decimal, okay, to 2dp or to 3 sig figs. Okay, and that's my answer for that, guys. Okay, so question 7 and question 8 was recapping trigonometry, which does link to functions. So make sure that you are happy and you remember SOHCAHTOA, although you are given that on the formula sheet, okay, but remember to always label your sides first and then use the formula triangles, SOHCAHTOA, to see what I am given and what I'm not given and what I'm asked to work out. Okay? So always refer to these formula triangles, okay, because these are very, very, very useful and very helpful. Okay, sine of my angle is opposite over the hypotenuse, cosine of my angle is adjacent over hypotenuse, and tan of my angle, or tangent of my angle, is opposite over adjacent. Okay, and it might require a bit of rearranging depending on what you are given. If you're given an angle and has to work out a side, then it's rearranging the formulas. Okay, so make sure that you are happy with how to rearrange formulas and how to rearrange equations, and solve equations. Okay, by doing the opposite or the inverse process. Remember that if you're ever working at an angle, it's always inverse sine, cos or tan, depending on what you are given. Okay, so you always press shift on your calculator, then press the sin, cos or tan button. Okay, if you're doing trigonometry. Okay, but always refer to SOHCAHTOA for the right angle triangles. Okay, those of you doing higher, make sure that you are happy with how to use and utilize the sine and the cosine rule. Okay, again, they do appear on your formula sheet for the summer 2022 exams. Okay, so make sure that you are happy with that. Okay, but please do obviously ask me any questions in the comment section about any bits that you weren't sure about, okay, and just want to clarify. Okay, but that's the end of today's video. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. If you did find this useful, please hit that subscribe button, please click that like button, and lastly, please turn on post notification by clicking that bell icon next to the subscribe button so it notifies you every time I upload a video for GCSE higher tier and foundation tier for AQA, EdExcel and OCR, and also Key Stage 3 Maths, also Key Stage 2, Key Stage 1 and A-Level Maths and A-Level Further Maths, okay, for the pure section. Okay, but that's it for me today, guys. Thanks for watching, take care, best of luck in your paper 3, and I'll catch you very soon, okay, bye for now.